Hey guys, I'm giving back here for that video, guys. Today we're looking at MUT thresholds for MUT 22 abilities. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So starting off with the way, you gotta keep in mind that there are 4 different archetypes: Field General, Improviser, Scrambler, and Strong Arm. Now, when it comes to the 4 different archetypes, each archetype has its own thresholds and also has its own ability point cost. So something for one archetype might cost more or less for another archetype, that kind of stuff. Now, this will update throughout the season as newer cards come out. This has been updated for MUT 22, so this is MUT 22's whole entire threshold. Anyway, though, let's go ahead and start off with the way. We're going to start with quarterbacks, then go to running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and then all the defensive options too. So we've been looking at a lot in this video. Starting off with the way for the deadeyes, we have lofting, inside, long range, sideline, roaming, red zone, pocket, dashing, and no look. Now, there's 3 different tiers when it comes to thresholds. Tier 1 is pretty much unlocked without any hesitation. Tier 2 is going to go ahead and be a little bit more of a 90 overall stat you have to go ahead and get. I believe it's a 90 plus overall stat you have to get. And then tier 3 obviously is the hardest to unlock. And keep in mind, each of these different abilities you guys see on the right hand side there, says AP cost. AP cost, every single threshold, like I said before, has a certain AP cost to unlock certain things. So starting off right away, I'm going to go ahead and just skip past all the ones that just says tier blank. So obviously, like for example, you know, the first Field General for most of the deadeyes actually is tier 1. The only one different is tier 2 for pocket, and obviously that is that. So for Improviser, the only tier the stats we know for fact that are confirmed are going to go ahead and be tier of what's this, dashing deadeye, and that's going to be tier 2, 90 throw and a run in order to get it with an Improviser. And then no looks going to be a tier 3, 95 overall plus 90 throw and a run. Now, based on what I understand, based on like looking through different abilities actually in game, it seems like every time there's a 95 overall, it's written 95, it's actually 96. So I don't know why, but for some reason, I think the Marksman on Twitter posted this. Every time it says 95, it just means 96. I don't know why. It's like plus 1 overall. Nonetheless, though, for Scrambler, it's going to be for dashing deadeye. It's going to be a 98 overall plus a 95 throw and a run. No look is a 98 overall plus 90 throw and a run. Dashing deadeye for strong arm is going to be a 98 overall plus 95 throw and a run, and a 95 overall for no look with 90 throw and a run. Now, going through the list here, let's go ahead and move this up so we can get on to the next one. I'm not going to be covering, again, so there are some abilities that simply people just don't use. I'm not going to be going in depth with those. But looking at some of these that people do use, Escape Artist for a Field General is going to go to be a 97 overall with 82 speed. For Improviser, it's going to be 82 speed. I want to make sure I get these. Oh, yeah, okay. For Scrambler here, it's going to go and be tier 3, which is going to be 82 speed. For a Strong Arm, it's going to be a 95 overall with 82 speed. So that is, like I said, very interesting. That means you cannot unlock it unless you hit a 97 overall with 82 speed. So it's gonna, some of these abilities are gonna take longer to unlock this year, it looks like, than last year. Last year it was a lot easier, I feel like, to unlock certain abilities. This year it's gonna be a lot harder. So there's gonna be a lot of people rocking these Improviser quarterbacks because, again, they do go and give you 82 speed and you get Escape Artist, which should be interesting. Fearless is tier 3 for Field General. It's 90 throw and a run, throwing a pressure for Improviser, 95 throw and a run for a Scrambler, and obviously tier 3 for a Strong Arm. But keep in mind, for example, with Fearless, right, 2 ability point costs for a Field General, 3 across the board for the rest. So if you want to get Fearless at a cheaper cost, you have to get a Field General quarterback. But again, then you are sacrificing other things. So it's one of those things where it's like you sacrifice certain things and you get other things, right? All right. So skipping fast here. For Identifier for a Field General, automatically unlocked. For a Improviser, it's 90 overall awareness. For a for a Scrambler, it's 95 awareness, and then for a Strong Arm, it's 90 awareness. Conductor, for a Field General, it's going to go ahead and be 88 awareness. For a improviser, it's going to be 99 overall with 95 awareness. For a scrambler, it's going to go ahead and be 99 overall with 95 awareness. And finally, for a strong arm, it's going to be 95 overall with 95 awareness. A hot route master is something a lot of people love and really, and it's a fan favorite. This is actually incorrect. It's a 96 overall with 90 awareness. If I go ahead and pull up Ultimate Team real fast, I actually have Johnny Unitas, and that's how I realized when I was looking at these, I was like, for the most part, these are correct, but there are some cards that are simply just a little bit different. Like, for example, some of them you have to add a certain thing, but for example, Johnny Unitas, who is a field general quarterback, if I go ahead and look at his hot route master, it's going to go ahead and be all the way down here. It is right here, 96 overall plus 90 awareness. So that might change throughout the season as newer cards come out, but at this moment in time, it is 96 overall plus 96 awareness, which is a lot to go ahead and get hot route master. For improviser, it's a 98 overall plus 95 awareness. For tier 3, it's 99 overall plus 95 awareness for a scrambler, and for a strong arm, it's 99 overall plus 95 awareness. For Gunslinger, for field general, it's 95 overall plus 95 throw power. For improviser, it's 95 overall plus 95 throw power. For scrambler, it's going to be 97 overall plus 95 throw power. And then tier 3 will most likely be similar. The first 3 for a strong arm quarterback. Actually, no, I think strong arm quarterback is definitely going to be, it's going to be a lot easier to get it, but I'm not sure exactly how much. It is tier 3 though, so that is a little bit more challenging, but not too much for that quarterback. It should be a lot easier. Nonetheless, so let's go ahead and look at running back. So let's switch over to running back here, and we're going to start at the top here, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Different type of archetypes for running backs. We have elusive back, power back, and also receiving back. So starting off with the way, if you're trying to go ahead and get, I'm going to skip through the first couples. Human joystick, I don't know how many people actually use this. It's 8 ability points every single year, and I feel like it's just in a thing that people just don't use. Some people might use it, some people might not. I don't really use it personally, but you have to get a 99 overall for all 3. So if you are trying to use human joystick on running backs, you do have to get 99 overall across the board. So it's just probably not going to be the one you want to get. Nonetheless, though, going down the list here, we have backfield mismatch, which is tier 2, tier 3, and then tier 1. For matchup nightmare, it looks like it cannot be achieved for the first 2 running backs. So it is, of course, only for receiving tier 2. Going down the list here, let's go ahead and look at wide receiver apprentice, obvious running back apprentice. So it's 95 overall, 95 awareness. The second one is 99 overall, 95 awareness, and the third one is tier 2. So let's go ahead and look at some of the more of the passing one. The running ones. And what am I looking at? Oh wait, I skipped right past it, my bad. Ball carry moves. Alright, so armbar, tier 3 for 95 stiff arm, tier 2 for 90 stiff arm, and then it's going to be tier 3 95 stiff arm for our last one here. Like I said, just keep in mind we have elusive back, power back, and then receiving back. In case you guys feel. Let me go ahead and pull this. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so for bulldozer, it's going to go ahead and be 95 trucking, 88 trucking, and finally 95 trucking. For spin cycle, it's 88 spin on the spin, 95 spin, and then 90 spin. For bruiser, just has power back at tier 3. Evasive is going to be a 93 overall for receiving back, tier 3 for elusive back. So very, very interesting. All right, so for wide receiver here, we're going to go ahead and go on to the next one here, guys. For receiver, we have a little bit extra different types of archetypes. So we have deep threat, physical, route running, slot, and returner. Starting off right away for receiving here, we're going to go ahead and take a look at right here. Let me go make sure I show up the whole entire thing here. All right, so for our first stat here for receiving is going to go ahead and be, there we go. For deep threat, it's going to be tier 1 for matchup nightmare, tier 2 for physical, tier 2 for route running, and then tier 2 for slot, and tier 2 for returner. Going short and elite is going to be tier 3, tier 1, tier 2, tier 2, and then 95 overall for return man. For short out elite, it's going to go ahead and be a 95 overall for return man again, with it being, of course, tier 3, tier 2, tier 2, tier 1. So a little bit difficult to get some of these unlocked. Slot-O-Matic is going to be going ahead and be tier 3 for our first one here, tier 2, tier 2, tier 1, and then obviously return man cannot get Slot-O-Matic. Mid and elite is going to be tier 2, tier 2, tier 2, and then a 95 overall. Mid out elite, tier 2, tier 2, and then a tier 3, 95 overall. Most likely, I think I'm going to guess that the tier 3s are going to go ahead and be 95 overalls for most of them. Yeah, so now going down the list here, we do have, of course, the deep out elite, deep out elite, something a lot of people like. We have 90 deep route running, 85 deep route running, 88 deep route running, and 99 overall for the turn man. Deep out elite is going to go ahead and be a 90 overall deep route running, 85 deep route running, 88 deep route running, and 99 overall. For red zone threat, we have a 95 overall and then a tier 2. For route technician, we have 95 overall and then finally 95 overall with a tier 3, tier 2, tier 2. Playmaker is going to be a 97 overall, 96 awareness, 98 overall, 97 awareness, 95 awareness, 95 overall with 95 awareness, 97 overall with 97 awareness. For route apprentice, going down here, we have outside apprentice is tier 3, tier 3, tier 2, 95 overall, 90 awareness, and a 95 overall, 90 awareness. For slot apprentice, we have 95 overall with 90 awareness, 97 overall with 90 awareness, tier 3, tier 2, 97 overall, 90 awareness. Wide receiver apprentice, we have 98 overall, 90 awareness, 99 overall, 90 awareness, 95 overall, 98 overall, and 98 overall. All right, skipping forward here let's go ahead and go to defense alignment. Here's what we got for defense alignment. We have 3 different type of archetypes. We have power rusher, run stopper, and speed rusher. So unfakeable is going to be 85 pursuit for power rusher and 85 pursuit for speed rusher. Goal line stuff is tier 3, tier 2, tier 3. Reach elite, which is one of my favorite, is tier 2, tier 1, tier 2. Secure tackler is 85 tackle, tier 1 for run stopper, and an 85 tackle for speed rusher. Out of my way is tier 3, tier 2, tier 3. Strip specialist is going to go ahead and be 90 tackle, tier 2, and then 90 tackle again. Enforcer is going to be 90 hit power, tier 3, and then 90 hit power again. Run stuffer is 95 block shed, tier 3, and then finally it's going to go and be 95 block shed. For tackle supreme, is going to go and be 90 tackle, and finally 90 tackle. For under pressure, it's going to go ahead and be tier 2, 95 overall, and then tier 2 again. Going down the list here. Edge threat elite is going to be 95 overall, 99 overall, and 95 overall. So let's go ahead and go to outside linebackers. Yeah, let's go to outside linebackers. All right, so for your outside linebackers, we have pass coverage, pass rusher, run stuffer, and speed rusher. A little bit of the same what we have with defensive linemen. Nonetheless, though, here are the defensive ones for linebackers. Lurker is 93 overall for pass coverage, and run stuffer 99 overall. So a little bit tough there. Tip drill is going to be tier 1, 95 overall, 70 catching. Tier 3, and then 95 overall, 70 catching. Not bad at all. I'm just going to go through here. Just look at some of the ones. A lot the same for offensive or for defensive linemen, obviously, as we just saw. Keep in mind, like I said, guys, if it's gray like this, that means these certain archetypes cannot actually get these certain abilities. So, again, not every single archetype can get every single ability possible. All right, let's go to cornerbacks. Cornerbacks. So we have tip drill, tier 1 across the board. Acrobat, tier 2 across the board. Bench press, tier 2, tier 2, tier 3. Flat zone KO is going to go ahead and be tier 2, tier 2, and then tier 1. Obviously, 3 different type of archetypes. Man-to-man, slot, and zone. Medium route KO is going to be tier 2, tier 2, tier 3. For one step ahead is tier 2. That is going to be a 90 man coverage and 90 man coverage. For outmatch, it's tier 1, tier 1, tier 1. For pick artist, it's tier 3, 65 catching in tier 3. Deep in zone KO is going to be 90 zone tier 2. For deep out zone KO is going to be 90 zone tier 2. For deep route KO is going to be tier 2, 90 man coverage. Lurker is tier 3 across the board. Let's go ahead and go down here. And then, of course, we have the ones that not a lot of people use. Alright, so last one we have in this video, guys, is going to be strong safeties. Safeties, free safety, strong safeties, and this is what we have as followed. Tip drill, tier 1, tier 3, tier 1. By the way, there's 3 different type of archetypes for safeties. We have hybrid, run support, and zone. Acrobats, tier 2, tier 3, tier 2. Flat zone KO is tier 2, tier 3, tier 1. Going down the list here, I'm trying to make sure I cover everyone that people use. Deep in zone KO is tier 3, 90 zone coverage, tier 2. Deep out KO is going to go ahead. Deep zone out KO. Deep out zone KO. That's what I'm trying to say. Tier 3, 90 zone coverage, and then tier 2. Deep route KO is going to go ahead and be tier 3, 90 man coverage, and 90 man coverage. So it looks like we're gonna be a while before we get some of these actually unlocked. Before we get some of these abilities unlocked, it's going to be quite a while. So, abilities, like I said before, never really play a factor in MUT until later in the season anyway. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, hit the like, comment down below. See you guys next one. Peace out.